Hello students, welcome to online classes of class 9. This is my 6th class of your chapter number 3. I have completed the entire portion of the chapter in the previous class, and today I am going to discuss about the objective questions, the question answers. I have given some extra questions and about the map pointing, and even one more thing, that is your project work for your short summer vacation. Now let us proceed with the MCQ portion. The first one is, which one of the following describes the drainage pattern resembling the branch of a tree, that is dendritic? Number 1, answer is B. Number 2, in which of the following state is the Wular Lake located, that is Jammu and Kashmir? Option is D. Number 3, the river Narmada has its source at Amarkantak, that is number C. Number 4, which one of the following lake is a salt water lake? And the answer is A, that is Samba Lake. Number 5, which one of the following is the longest river of peninsular India? That is number C, Godavari. And number 6, which one of amongst the following rivers flows through a rift valley? That is option D, river Tapi. So first is dendritic, B option. Second is Jammu and Kashmir. Third is Amarkantak. Fourth is Sambar. Fifth is Godavari. And sixth is Tapi. So these are the answers of the MCQ. Next, answer the following questions briefly. What is meant by a water divide? Now, an elevated portion that divides the drainage, elevated portion that divides the drainage into two opposite direction, that is a water divide. An example, Ambala dividing Indus and Ganga in two opposite direction. Ambala is also named as Delhi Ridge, and next that is Western Ghats divides the peninsular rivers into two, West Peninsular River and East Peninsular River. So the two example is given over here for our country, which is very prominent for the water divide. Now let us move to the next question. Which is the largest river basin in India? It is river Ganga is the largest river basin. Now where do river Indus and Ganga have their origin? They are having their origin from the glaciers of the Himalayan region. They are having their origin from the glaciers of Himalayan region. Next, name the two head streams of river Ganga and where do they meet? Now the two head stream, it's Bhagirathi and Alaknanda are the two head streams, and they meet near Devprayag. So these are the two head stream, Bhagirathi and Alaknanda, and they both meet near Devprayag. Now next, it is why does the Brahmaputra in its Tibetan part have less cell deposit despite a long course? Because the Tibetan part is cold and dry. Now when it is cold and dry, that means less volume of water and silt. So thus it is having it is having less water to carry the silt. So what is the resultant? Despite it is a longer course, it is basically, despite it is a longer course, it is basically having less silt and less water. Now the next question, which two peninsular rivers flows through trough? Now trough means, what is the meaning or another name for the trough? Trough means river valley. So what are the two rivers? River Narmada and river Tapi. These are the two rivers that flows through Rift Valley. Okay. Now next, state some economic benefits of rivers and lakes. Now this question is already given in your slide. In the previous class only I discussed about the benefits of rivers and lakes. So just consult the answer from there. And let me just clarify one thing. If your answers are already there in the notes, it will be better you just write the exercise question answer with pencil beside that note. So when you are preparing the notes for your exam, you will come to know that what is the connected question that is there in your exercise. It will make it easy for you. Now the third question that is given, there are names of the lakes. It is an entire list of the lakes. Now it is given that we have to classify into two categories, whether it is a natural or whether it is a man-made. So beside only classifying into natural and man-made, we will classify that natural freshwater lake, that means F indicates freshwater lake, natural saline, natural freshwater, natural saline, man-made freshwater. These are the three categories where basically we are going to divide all these lakes into these three categories. F indicates fresh, N indicates natural, S indicates saline, N indicates natural, MM indicates man-made and F indicates freshwater. So Wular Lake, it is natural fresh. Dal Lake, natural fresh. Nainital, natural fresh. Bhimtal, natural fresh. Govind Sagar, man-made fresh. Loktak, natural fresh. Barapani, natural fresh. Chilka, natural saline. Sambar, natural saline. Then comes Rana Pratap, man-made fresh. Nizam Sagar, man-made fresh. Pulikat, natural saline. Natural saline. Then Nagarjun Sagar, man-made fresh, and Hirakud, man-made fresh. So in this way you can just get the classification and it will be having a clear picture in your mind that which is a freshwater lake, which is a saline water lake, or whether it is a natural or a man-made lake. Now the next question is the difference between Himalayan and the peninsular rivers. It has already been done in your copy. The question number 5, I have given it in your extra question also, as well as it's given over here. Now east flowing and west flowing peninsular rivers. East flowing and west flowing peninsular river. So you will make 3 columns. This will be for your basis. This will be for your basis. Now first, origin, from where it is originating. East flowing is originating from Western Ghats. West flowing is originating from Central Highlands. Central Highlands. Then comes the that is draining, from where it is draining, towards which area it is draining. So east flowing is draining to Bay of Bengal, and west flowing is draining to Arabian Sea. It is draining to Arabian Sea. Next, the that is near their mouth, what feature they are forming. So the features that they are making near their mouth, features near mouth. Now they, east flowing makes delta, west flowing makes estuary. Now there are many more points. There are many more points. What are those points? East flowings are now it is that is the length. East flowing are longer and west flowing are shorter. East flowing are longer and west flowing are shorter. This is the fourth point, and then comes the drainage basin. Drainage basin. East flowing are having large drainage basin, west flowing are having small drainage basin. And if you are getting any other points, then you can add it up. What else? The last you have to write, the last you will mention the name of the east flowing and the west flowing rivers. That is like east flowing Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri in this order, and here Narmada, Tapi in this order. You will make the differences by using the 3 columns. So hopefully it is clear to each and every student. And the last question, again the note is given in your slide, just follow the note. Now let me proceed with some of the extra questions that I have already given. Now the extra questions are: number 1, Himalayan Ganga and Peninsular Ganga. Now Himalayan Ganga and Peninsular Ganga, this is Himalayan Ganga and this is Peninsular Ganga. I am just giving the basis. You will write the answer. First is origin, from where they are originating. Number 2, their drainage basin. Number 3, drainage basin. Number 3, their that is nature. Number 3, nature. I have mentioned 3 points. You can add up more points. I have mentioned 3 points. You can add up more points. Now next, delta and estuary. Now delta and estuary. Delta and estuary basis, the level of the land. The first point, level of land. This is low land and this is high land. Next, set deposition near mouth, large deposition, and this is deposition near mouth, large deposition, and devoid of deposition. Devoid of deposition. Devoid of deposition. Next, that is length of the river that makes delta. So the length is large, and here short river courses. It's large. Now there are some more points like deltas. You can write that deltas makes distributory, where deltas make distributory, but no such thing, nothing is there, no specifications, no channel discrimination, no channel separation is there. No channel separation is there, but here distributaries are there. Here then status of land, fertile and sterile. So I have discussed so many points. You can take any of the points and you can write the example that which river makes delta, which river makes estuary. Now next it is tributary and distributary. Now tributary and distributary, they joins the main river, they leaves the main river. Next, they increase the volume of water and they decrease the volume of water. They join where there is a break of slope, that means elevated region, break of slope, and they leave where there is excessive sedimentation. Now in this way you can write the answers. Now there are some more points also, like tributaries are comparatively longer and distributaries are smaller. So you can add up your points. Now you can give the examples of the tributary and the distributary also. Last one, west flowing, east flowing, already I discussed. Now next, why are the rivers of western coast very short? Now what is the answer to this question? The rivers of the western coast is very short because what is the reason? They originate from the non-perennial region. That means a non-glaciated region. Next, secondly, their volume of water is less. That is why they are having short courses or short. And lastly, that tributaries are less. Tributaries are less in number. So hopefully it is clear to you about the reasons why the rivers of western coast are short. Now next, where are India's most of the freshwater lakes located and why? It is Himalayan region, because due to melting of glaciers. Okay, now next, how are freshwater lakes formed? The freshwater lakes are formed. Give two examples of the freshwater lakes and how Sambar Lake is useful. Now, how freshwater lakes are formed? Freshwater lakes are formed due to folding activity. The low-lying area gets filled up with melted water, melted snow. So the freshwater lake is formed, and the name of the two freshwater lakes, you can write any. We discussed so many now. And how Sambar Lake is useful? It is Sambar Lake is useful due to salt extraction. It is due to salt extraction. How can we prevent river pollution. The next, we can prevent river pollution. There are many ways. First of all, by adapting the strategy of awareness, by adapting the strategies of awareness. Next, by legislative rules, by legislative rules. Next, it is before discharging of effluents, it has, before discharging any water, before discharging polluted water, it has to be treated out. Treatment is needed. So these are the basic ways. Then we should not throw any sort of garbage, domestic garbage, or our rituals, that is religious rituals, should be stopped. Religious rituals and that throwing of domestic garbages all should be stopped. And then we can also do one thing, that the use of agricultural chemical fertilizers and pesticides, that pesticides and fertilizers, that is basically there due to the surface runoff. We have to check the surface runoff. We have to check the surface runoff. So in this way we can somehow prevent river pollution. Now let us proceed with the map skills. Today I am going to plot the two maps. Today I am going to plot the two maps. One is related to that is the river, Himalayan river, and one is the lakes. Now the first one that I am going to plot is the Himalayan river. Now the first one is river Indus. It is originating from near Mansarovar lake. It is originating from near Mansarovar lake, draining out Jammu and Kashmir, and then originating from the Mansarovar lake and draining out Jammu and Kashmir and moving to Karachi. Now next, Satluj. It is also just closer by to that, draining out there but not entering Jammu and Kashmir, draining out this part and coming and meeting near Mithankot and forming Indus. Okay. Now next, Brahmaputra. It is also originating from the east side of Mansarovar lake. This is entirely named as Sangpo. It is moving to Arunachal Pradesh, coming to Assam, not entering Meghalaya, and then moving to Bangladesh. This is Sangpo, and here it is named as Brahmaputra. Now next we will move to Ganga, the two headwaters of Ganga in Uttarakhand region, and then it is draining to Uttar Pradesh, moving to Bihar, touching the edge of Jharkhand and draining out to West Bengal, joining Bangladesh, making the delta over here. This is river Ganga. So we completed the Himalayan rivers. Now next we will move to the west flowing peninsular rivers. Now the west flowing peninsular river, the number one is Narmada, that is draining out from here and moving to the edge of Gujarat. This is west flowing peninsular rivers. Now next it is second, this is Narmada. Second, it is originating from Satpura range and draining to Maharashtra. This is the second river, that is Tapi, and the first one is Narmada. This is Narmada and this is Tapi, and both are west flowing peninsular rivers. Now the east flowing peninsular river. Number one, it is originating from the Chhattisgarh region and coming to this part and draining out over here. This is Mahanadi. It is Mahanadi. Next, originating from part of Maharashtra and draining out to this part. This is Godavari. Next one, originating from this region and draining out over here, that is Krishna, and last one is from this part of Western Ghat, that is there and draining out in this order. The top one is Godavari, this one is Krishna, and this one is Kaveri. So all the plotting of the east flowing peninsular rivers is over. Now next we will move to the plotting of the lakes. Now the first one is the Wular Lake. This is Wular Lake. Next, this is Sambar Lake. It is Sambar Lake. Next, this is Chilka Lake. It is Chilka Lake. Then comes over here Kolleru Lake. This is this part, Kolleru Lake. Then this is Pulikat Lake, and lastly in this part it is Vembanad Lake. I am just saying the names. The largest freshwater lake is the Wular Lake. The largest saline water lake of our country is the Sambar Lake. This is inland drainage. Okay, it's inland drainage. But the largest lagoon is this one, Chilka Lake. Then comes the Kolleru Lake. Then it is Pulikat Lake, and lastly it is Vembanad Lake. So I have completed the plotting of all the lakes as per your syllabus. Now it is very much important. It is very much important to know one thing. It's related to your project work. Now it's related to your project work. You got a map book. You got the map book. I have completed the 3 chapters. Now for all the 3 chapters in the map book, plot and shade out all the features that is given. This will be your project work for this short summer season. Please do the plotting of all the features and shade it out properly as the color that is mentioned in the map book that is provided to you from the school. And if you are having any doubts, just mention it in the comment section. Mention it in the comment section without any hesitation. And thank you for following my class. Have a nice day.